So it's a Sunday afternoon at the time of recording. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. So my name's Dratloff44. Thank you for checking out the video. Now, basically, this one was just how Respawn can improve Season 6 with some simple fixes. So I do feel that Season 6 is what I would term a bit of a travesty. The time to kill vastly changed, as I've said before, is absolutely terrible. And, some prime examples of things like the triple take in the background doing insane damage like it really shouldn't. I was talking to some friends last night. I've spoken to various friends, from OG players to much newer players, and trying to get as much feedback as I can gather. Out of all my friends, there is only one player that said, I actually like Season 6 the way it is, but I think he was partly influenced by the fact he'd had 15 kills and 2,500 damage, which I don't think he'd had before. So, naturally, you're always going to get some people who love this kind of new update, but there's going to be so many players that aren't. Now, coming up is just a couple of examples in the background of just how quickly currently you can be killed, and this is just absolutely just how can you react to this. Even if you've got reactions of a ninja, you are going to be killed. Now, admittedly, I didn't land my shots very perfectly, to be honest. I peeked out, I stood out there too long, but look at that, that was a hemlock. I got absolutely, but I couldn't even react. Now, this one's a great example as well, because this is the other problem, the vault. So my friend does a scan, literally, to tell us where the enemies are. You can sort of see the enemies. I do duck away to reload, I jump down, and suddenly they're there, and as you can see, I'm absolutely melted by the vault, which is a massive problem. Now, these are all things I'm going to be covering and going into. Okay, so firstly then, one of the major things would be that you start with the Evo Shield at level 1 instead of level 0. So you have 125 health points. As you progress it, of course, it goes up and things like that. That would just mean that your survivability at the beginning of a game would just be that slight bit better, and of course would enable you to maybe get into a fight, down somebody, upgrade your shield, and go from there, which would be amazing. It wouldn't be like the best thing maybe for the game, but at least it would be better than absolutely nothing on what it is currently. The other one would be that when the Evo Shield is leveled up, it fully replenishes. Now, this was something I mentioned actually in an Evo Shield video that I did previously, and I said, well, one of the things I'd like to see is that it replenishes automatically when you actually level up, because you think about it, except for if you exclude gold, this would only happen 4 times in a match. So it's going to go from white to blue, blue to purple, purple to red, because it won't go gold, and that would kind of, how can I put it? It would just, again, if you're leveling it up during the fight, it would just give you that little bit of advantage. Yeah, okay, it would mean that those ones get leveling it up at the right time would be a bit luckier and be able to get the edge of the fight, but then, half the time you're being hit by other squads, third parties, the teammate comes around, you haven't got time to heal, and of course, it would give you a little bit of a chance to survive and be okay. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Does that one sound like a reasonable idea? So the next one, of course, is to just change it back to the previous health values. This would be the one I'd like to see most. So they put the white shield back to 50, blue to 75, gold to 100, and red to 125. That would be amazing. And it would really solve, I think, the main parts of the issues that this particular game has currently. If they didn't want to do that, then the other option would be, of course, is to speed up healing and shields for all the legends, so you can get back into the fight much faster. As it stands, you take crazy damage, and it takes forever to actually heal. Even with a Phoenix kit or a massive shield battery, which half the time isn't even necessary. Small shields are taking like 4 seconds per one. Big shields are taking 6. And, it slows down the whole fight, and, you never really get a chance to heal because you're being third-partied and you're being shot at. So that would be another option. So you give fast healing to sort of all the legends, or alternatively, they didn't want to give it to all the legends, they make it so gold backpacks fast heal, and gold or red shields give you double health. Maybe double health as in like double health when you're restoring like the gold does now. That's kind of what I mean. Or reduces incoming damage if you evolved it from white to red. That was the other option. So basically you get a damage decrease, like a slight reduction and things like that. Again, these are just throwaway ideas. I've realised that it's Respawn at the end of the day that decide this stuff, but was that something that you think that you would be improving the game? Do you like that, or do you think it's a terrible idea? I mean, let me know. At the end of the day, I'm just throwing these ideas out there that these are things that I would love to see happen. The other one was reduce the damage on a headshot depending on the colour helmet you're wearing. So if you're wearing white, for example, it would reduce vault damage from 24 to 22. If you had a blue helmet, it'd reduce it from 24 to 18, purple from 24 to 16, and if you did have the gold, it would reduce it down from 24 to 14. This would just give you a little bit more, again, chance to kind of survive, take some hits, not reduce the time to kill down overall, so it would keep those kind of players happy, I suppose, but then it would reward those ones that have evolved their shield from red, as I said before, or had the fortune to find a gold or purple helmet, because then at least, you're kind of gonna actually be able to take some headshot damage and not die within about 5 seconds. It could also be, another one is reduce damage directly from any energy weapon, and also the triple take. I do feel that these guns are the major problems, to be honest. So energy weapons, I feel like the energy weapons are dominating, they're too strong, which is also not helped with the time to kill. Now you can see in the background, look how long it takes for me to replenish my shields. That was 2 bars, I got grazed by a bullet. Yeah, I think it was either a gun or Rampart's minigun, but nevertheless, I got grazed by a bullet, and I'm spending then loads of time having to heal, duck cover, and so on. So the Vault does 24 headshot, like I said before, compared to the Care Package R99 that does 12. Doesn't that just seem a little bit ridiculous when you actually think about it? I mean, you've got a care package weapon that is worse than a gun you're finding on the ground, and it's common. It's really, really easy to find. How many do you find in a match? I found about 4, 5, 6, maybe 8. I mean, that's not including ones in loot boxes. It is absolutely insane. Energy ammo could also be reduced a little bit as well. I know they reduced the bricks, but currently energy ammo is just so abundant. I mean, you can have 2 people on a team running energy ammo quite comfortably and know that there'll be plenty in the loot boxes. It's just not a good meta at the moment. It's not a good weapon meta, it's not a good meta overall, and I think that is a big problem. Body shot with a Vault does 16 per bullet, so again, people who can't hit headshots are actually being rewarded with easy kills, which is not what Apex Legends is about until this season. Now, I'm an original player. I started in the first 4 days. I played various games. I played Cuisine Royale, which I've done a video or 2 about. The time to kill is quite high on that, but realistically, it's a much slower paced game. There's no sliding, no fast movement. You have got time to react to a certain extent, and that's fair enough. I played Destiny. Time to kill is quite ridiculous on that, but you respawn, same as Call of Duty. In Apex Legends, you don't. I mean, okay, if you can collect the banner, you can go to a respawn, but the chances are that you're going to get flanked by a load of people and killed upon landing, which has happened to me many times and to my friends as well. So, is it that type of game? It's not. It's a different type of game. It is very much like about repositioning. But how can you reposition if you're shot by a bullet then killed within a second? It's just not a good thing at all. So that's kind of where I'm coming at with that as well. People are being rewarded for easy kills. Totally appreciate that those people with easy kills are going to want to, of course, have the benefits and, feel rewarded by instantly turning on and being, able to get 3, 4, 5 kills within a couple of minutes. Understandable, but, for those sort of players that have been playing since the beginning or for a very long time, you want to be absolutely rewarded and feel that you are getting those kills, but then kind of not just going bang bang, oh there's a body shot, right, okay, now you're dead, let's move on. It's just not the way that it needs. The other slight little easier fixes I just wanted to comment about as well is just have it so that if you drop a gun with an extended mag or scope or anything, it swaps to the other weapon if nothing ready in the slot. So if, for example, if you have an extended heavy mag, it switches from a flatline that you picked up because you've dropped it, but it switches to your hemlock because you're, for example, picking up a vault. How many times does this happen where, you know, you drop a gun, it drops all the attachments and you have to then pick them up? That isn't always good for like swapping weapons out of say like loot boxes, picking them up off the ground. Sometimes action happens, suddenly you get shot at, and it's an absolute nightmare. So those are kind of my main things with this particular video as regards to you know, the things that need updating. I think they're easy fixes. I've tried to kind of, you know, come up with ideas that aren't too complicated or ridiculous, or, you know, things that they can't do. I know that with everything going on at the moment, you can't expect too much. Let's just say you can't expect them to do everything. They're overworked as it is. So those was just some ideas I wanted to throw away. So if you like the video, you like my ideas, you want to comment below about any other suggestions, please do. Do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. I will see you in the next video, but for now, you enjoy the rest of your weekend. You take care. Cheers now. Bye.